We are going to participate in a phenomenal event called Mansion Memories. This is an event that is put on by a not-for-profit group to help young people who are facing major challenges, illness, or trauma in their life. And it's a day to just put that behind them and have a lot of fun. So let's check it out and see what's going on at Mansion Memories. We are here at Burge Mansion for Mansion Memories, and I am joined by someone who I think just made a memory. Brooklyn, you just wrapped up your day here. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
What were some of the things you did?
I made a lizard.
Oh, show me how it works. I like that. And what else did you do today?
I made a lantern.
Oh, I love it. Now, what was the theme today? Do you remember?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. That's so cool. And did you get to see any kinds of shows or eat or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Whoops. Tell me about one of the shows that you got to see. You saw a puppet show, right?
Yeah.
And what was that about?
It was about Rapunzel and Flint.
The story of Rapunzel?
Yeah.
And she lets down her long hair and then he climbs up and rescues her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. And then you got to see, we just came from where you guys made the lanterns and they were singing and dancing. So what'd you think? Was today a pretty magical day?
Yeah.
What was your very favorite part of the whole thing?
When we made the lanterns.
Oh, and I watched you. You colored every inch of this. That's just like amazing. So, Mom, what was your favorite part of the day for Brooklyn?
Part of the day when she's making the flower hats.
Oh, you guys made this hat too? Oh my gosh! Can I smell the? Oh, those smell so good. That's okay. You can tell me they're not real, but they're pretty. So, Mom, was this a pretty magical day?
Yes, it was. It was a very fun day for her.
And how did you go about getting an invite to this?
The children, somebody from the Children's Cancer Society wrote us about it. And
And you guys live in this area?
in Moreno Valley.
Marina, okay, so not far. Were you even aware that this mansion existed?
No, I've never heard of it or seen it before.
This is it's a beautiful mansion, and I'm glad that young people like you can come out and have a fun day. You saw shows, you did arts and crafts. Did they feed you?
Yeah.
What'd you have to eat?
Free corns on the top.
Wow. Did you get enough to eat? Are you full?
Yeah.
You don't need an In-N-Out stop on the way home? Yeah, well, maybe. There's always room for In-N-Out. Well, Brooklyn and Mom, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm glad that you guys got to have what I hope is your best day ever. Say bye.
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 We are here with a wonderful event put on by the Rochford Foundation at the Burge Mansion and Mansion Memories. And Kim, you're a volunteer here, and we just got to witness a remarkable event with young people and their families. And this is all volunteer run. How long have you been a volunteer with this group?
Well, Mansion Memories has been around for a year now. We have put on events for 2 years, though. So we're officially a nonprofit for 1 year.
Okay, and it sounds like you've been with this group from the beginning.
Yes, I have. I've been very fortunate to be able to
So were
do
you one of
this.
the founders, the original?
Oh, no, not at all. Our executive director is Diana Lawson, and this is all her brainchild, along with some the crew that does all the entertainment.
So what got you into this? How did you find it, and what attracted you to become a part of it?
I knew Diana from previous
Okay, so
volunteer
there
work.
was some arm twisting there.
No, you know what? Not at all, because this is So much fun. We all enjoy being here and doing what we're doing and volunteering and seeing the families. It's just a joy to be
And
here.
these are all children that have been affected by crisis or trauma or illness
Yes.
in one way or another. So for even a few hours to be able to escape from that into kind of a magical environment.
Correct. And not only for them, but for their siblings, because a lot of times when you have a child that's in crisis, their siblings kind of get forgotten. And so this is a great time for the whole family to come together and spend a day and just enjoy and relax.
And you know, that's such a good point that I think is often overmissed. I grew up in a similar situation where I lost a brother at a very young age. And all the focus, and you feel bad and you don't want to say, hey, I'm over here. But at the same time, you end up being in the shadows for a while while dealing with the same hurt and pain the rest of the family is. So for not only the children, but their parents who are really under a lot of pressure and the siblings, it's nice to just have a little bit of normalcy and some fun.
Yes, yes. And we see that with the kids. They just have a blast. You know, they just have a good time. They enjoy the characters. They're familiar with the characters, and they just.
And what was the theme today?
Today it was Rapunzel. Was the theme.
Nice.
Yeah, so the kids know the songs, and it was really neat because the boys got to interact too. It wasn't.
Oh, so the boys got to like go around and pull on the girl's hair?
Well, yeah, and you know, there's some burly stuff in that, and you know, Flynn Rider and that. So it's a fun event for all the kids.
Well, Kim, thank you, I think on behalf of every life you've touched, for doing what you do and being one of the key volunteers here.
Oh, you know what? We're all lucky to volunteer for this. We really are.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back. We are here at the Burge Mansion, which is part of the Rochford Foundation, with Mansion Memories Executive Director Diana Lawson. And Diana, I want to talk about this beautiful venue in a minute, but first, we've got to experience what truly is a magical day as part of your Mansion Memories. Tell us about what we saw here today.
Well, Mansion Memories is a pretty brand new nonprofit. We started 3 years ago doing magical day events here at the Mansion, and we were doing them once a year. And at our third year, the owner of the Mansion, Mr. Tim Rochford, asked me, he said, this is one of my favorite events that is held here at the Mansion, and wanted to see more of these at the Mansion. And at that time I said, well, I'd like to do more of these, and so I was given the opportunity to make this my job and to develop this new nonprofit, Mansion Memories. We have a preferred partnership with the Rochford Foundation, and basically that means I have keys to the mansion.
Oh,
Well-
nice. I have a kegger that I was planning.
Okay.
Can I? No?
Well,
We can't go that way?
I wish I
Okay.
could say yes.
Never
but-
mind.
Well, and one of the unique things about the Rochford Foundation is that we have events here for families, for kids, and that's basically what this venue is used for the
For
most
other
part.
groups as well.
Other groups that work with at-risk underserved kids, and that's how I got involved, because I worked at a program that brought their kids up here, and what I would do is bring my older kids up here to serve. Well, we started doing these magical days and then wanted to start doing more of them, so now we're doing 3 a year.
All right.
And basically what a magical day is that we have families that are nominated from around the city, Ronald McDonald House, Loma Linda Hospital, the Inland Cancer Society, off of our Facebook. These families are defined as in crisis, and so it can be all kinds of situations. And they are nominated, and then they just get to come up here and get away from whatever crisis they're experiencing and just have a magical
And have
day.
a fun day of escape.
Exactly.
And maybe the closest to normalcy that they've had in a while.
Exactly. And one of the situations too is that a lot of these families can't go to places that have a lot of people in them, and so, you know, coming up here and we do events that are more of quality, and the quantity is, the way we get that is we do these events 3 times in one day.
So someone nominates a child who's going through crisis, trauma, illness. Maybe they've got a terrible illness. Maybe they've lost a sibling or a parent. But anything that could be crisis or trauma. And if that child is nominated and selected, then they and their entire immediate family
Exactly.
are invited here. And what does a day look like when they're
Well,
here?
when they first arrive, we try to get them in the spirit by having some type of activity or craft. And then usually it's a goodie bag, so they carry that goodie bag through all the
And
stations.
these are themed, right?
They're themed. All of our events are themed, fairy tale themed. And so they get this goodie bag and they go from one station to the next, doing either a craft, and then they have part of a show, and then they have dinner. We do a beautiful dinner for them, and then we have the shows as we progress through the mansion. And so they not only get to have a fun time, but they get to experience the full facility, because this place is just awesome, as you said.
And that's what I noticed, is the different activities take place in different areas of the
Exactly.
mansion. And not only are the grounds expansive and beautiful, but there's so many rooms in there, and it's fun to, you're here doing this, and then you move someplace else. And I got to tell you, you would expect to see in the eyes of the children great joy and fun. That's kind of a given. But what I was seeing was the look in the faces of the parents
yeah.
as they watch their
Exactly.
kids. And that really tells the whole story.
It does.
Now, my question is, putting on something like this, where obviously you're not charging them to be here, must take a huge volunteer force.
It takes a huge volunteer force and a lot of effort in fundraising. We get our volunteers from everywhere, and they usually find out about us from word of mouth, and then someone will tell someone else, and all of a sudden we have a mother and daughter or friends of friends coming and being a part of it. And it just kind of happens. It's magical, really, how that even comes about. But we are very blessed to have a great volunteer force around here.
Well, and I can't imagine that as people learn about this, that in and of itself doesn't make them want to volunteer.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what about, how do you fund this?
We do a lot of fundraisers, and that's one of the advantages that we have here, being the preferred partner with the Rochford Foundation, is that we get to have fundraisers up here at the mansion that most other nonprofits don't. We do different types of them, because when we put on a magical day, that's like putting on a gala. So we don't do the typical fundraising where they have a gala or something like that. So we will do something different. We want to do things that get people up to the mansion and also make memories. So we do a program called Mansion Munchkins, where we have kids of preschoolers and their moms come up here, and we have stations that they rotate through, and a portion of their fee goes towards our magical day events.
Nice.
We do paint and sips. We even do...
Wait,
Oh.
back up. Paint and sip.
Oh,
Tell
yes,
me
that's
about
what you're
this.
talking. That might get the cager. No, we do a paint and sip where we have, we partner with businesses in our downtown Redlands. Florida Lee is a business that she has a paint and sip in there, and so she brings all of her equipment up here. We go in the big ballroom and we do a paint and sip up there.
And
That's
for
in
those that
June.
don't know what that is,
Yeah,
and,
here we
and
go.
they're a blast.
They're fun.
If this is what I'm thinking, but even for the non-artists, me, you get served wine.
Yes.
You have a teacher or a leader who guides you through painting.
That's
a
right.
common painting. Everyone's doing the same thing. It's not paint by numbers,
No.
but close enough.
Yeah.
And I've done it once before, and I'll tell you, I was sipping wine, painting, had a great time. I was so proud of my painting, and
efforts there,
I took
yeah.
a picture and put it on Facebook and was so proud. And then the next day I looked at it again when I was sober.
A little cross-eyed there.
It
huh?
had changed dramatically from but fun event.
Very
So is
fun.
that open to the public?
Yes, it's open to the public. We put all of our events and our fundraisers on our website and on our, so people can see what we have coming up. We also do a mansion tour, which we're the only nonprofit that gets to do that up here, where we actually open up the mansion. We have docents take them around the mansion and give them the history of the mansion, because it's been around for 115 years. It has a lot
Wow.
of interesting stories to it. We also have a camp out coming up for a family camp out, where we're going to invite families to come
Okay,
up
I
here.
have an RV. I'm a camper.
There you go. Well, you're going to have to either sleep in a tent or sleep in our teepees that we have over on the side
Well,
here.
TP might be fun.
And it's going to be, well, I've slept in them before. They are fun. And so we just try to do a variety of activities and events up here so that people are making memories, and we're raising the money to pay for the magical days, because
So
they all
here's-
come free.
Here's what's cool, is you've got all these great activities, and I'm
Right.
sure they can find them at the website. So if I'm watching this and I'm thinking, wow, what they do is so cool, how can I give and have fun at the same time? I can come to the paint and sip, I can come for a cool tour, I
Yes.
can come and camp on the mansion grounds.
Yep.
How great is that?
That's right.
All ways that I can have some fun and support support what
And
you're
support
doing.
Mansion
So
Memories,
what is
exactly.
that website? And what are the areas, places they can go to find out?
Our website is mansionmemories.org. We also have a wonderful Facebook, and you can go to our Facebook and see pictures of all of these events and what we've been doing and what's going on and what we have upcoming.
So on Facebook, they would just look up Mansion Memories, and then they'd find your page.
That's right, that's right. And we post a lot of pictures and keep people very informed. And then if they want to volunteer too, we have on our website a place where they can, go through the tab and get to all the information that they need to know. So, and it's been growing. We've only been around since May 1st. It will be 1 year since we've been a nonprofit. So we're new. We're the new kids on the block. But we feel very blessed by how people have received and just embraced the vision that we have here for Mansion Memories. We want to make memorable times because honestly, I've had families that have come to our magical day and either a child or the parent aren't around the next magical day. So these are times for families.
But they're
to
so
just,
grateful that they had that opportunity as a family unit.
Yeah, and as the families are rolling out and leaving, I mean, a lot of times the families walk in because the crises are heavy and they're walking in like this, but by the time they leave, they're like
smiling,
this, they're smiling.
the load is a little lighter.
The volunteers are just enjoying the interaction. I mean, it's a joyful time.
All right, and if someone wants to nominate a child / family, how do they do that?
They go to our Facebook or to our website, and we have a tab that they can nominate families. We open up our nominations about a month before each event. This year, we're going to be doing 3 magical days. We just started with our first one with the best day ever. In September 16th, will be our Neverland magical day. And then
Can I be Peter Pan?
we've got a few. And then in December, we had Toy Story last year, and we're bringing it back because this place is decorated to the hilt, and this is the best place to be at Christmas. So we're very excited. I mean, that's a big jump for us because we used to only do 1 a year, and now we're doing 3. But God's been faithful. He supplied all of the people and the needs that we have to make this happen, and we're very thankful to the Rochford Foundation for allowing us to have the opportunity to bring families up here and just experience this beautiful, beautiful place. And having you
Diana,
guys has been such a treat too.
Thank you on behalf of everyone that you've touched and every life you've touched and family you've helped for doing what you do.
Well,
It's been a pleasure meeting you and learning about this
my
wonderful
pleasure.
cause.
Well, we'd love to have more people come and join our fun and make memories with us here
Okay,
at the Mansion.
website one more time.
mansionmemories.org.
Check it out and we will be right back.